So we had to follow it up with the Kong mask. I mean, he started wearing the Godzilla mask, so it only made sense. Yeah, please be nice in the comment section. Anyways, we have more toys to look at. Let's get right into it. Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Podcast with Mark45. Today, we're doing a massive toy review due to popular demand that I've received as comments and face-to-face. So we're satisfying you lot with this. It seems like I can never escape the Monsterverse because that is the cow I gotta keep milking to make money. So today we are reviewing, well, let me be more specific. Santos and Brandon are reviewing almost the whole arsenal of Playmates toys from Godzilla vs. Kong. Why is it just that movie? Because obviously we already reviewed the GxK stuff in the official movie review episode of that movie. So if you want to check those out, watch that episode. Here, we're looking at the first batch of toys that I got back in 2021, and without these toys my channel would not have skyrocketed to where it is today. So I owe it a lot to these toys for being able to make me money. So obviously I have given my very honest opinions on these toys back in 2021 when everyone was locked inside. COVID was a thing, and so I had a lot of time on my hands to do these reviews. So do me a favor and give my 500,000 view video more views and watch those for my opinions on these toys, or specifically the Mega figures. It was that video. And then we have some other figures here that I obviously reviewed as well, with the exception of the Titan Tech figures. These came out a couple months ago, and if you don't know what they are basically Transformers as monsters. I'm just here to basically guide them on what toys to look at. The episode's more about your opinions on these figures. Quite a bit. And we're going to also answer the big question. Why is Playmate superior than Jakks Pacific? Because, let's be honest, Jakks Pacific is a little bit lackluster in terms of quality with their toys. Their King of Monsters stuff, not that great. Wasn't that great? And I can say that because I've reviewed the toys. Go check out the reviews. So, shall we begin?
I agree.
No way! No way! That just happened! Oh, that's a legendary moment. I can't believe... That was amazing. Anyways. Give me a minute. Anyhow, what would you like to start with first? What would you like to start with first?
That one.
Alright, Santos has spoken. Also, we have some friends joining us for this review. Would you like to introduce them quickly? Okay, don't throw him. Who do we have here?
We have Kong with the two dislocated shoulders.
And
the Infinity Gauntlet. We have a really overweight Godzilla.
He's very chubby.
he's a little bit chubby. He's gained some weight. Really grumpy Scar King.
I was gonna say he looks like
That too. I don't know. Can you say that on YouTube?
I'll just bleep it.
Alright.
And then finally, who's that?
Very smug Shimo.
Very smug Shimo.
It's very smug. It's very happy that Scar King is not controlling her.
You can spoil the movie. It's been out a month. She's very happy that she's
free.
Yes. Anyways, let's get back to the past. Back to Godzilla vs. Kong. Santos wants to take a look at the giant figures first, so you may begin. What are you reviewing first?
Blue Godzilla. Can roast him over the fire.
You can roast a marshmallow on him.
His tail goes 360.
Just don't break his tail.
I don't know. It seems cheap. How much was this?
This was around, well, when it first came out, I bought this from Toys R Us. It was 40, I think. Because that's the price of the giant figures that are out now. It should be the same price.
Yeah, not bad for a price, but
Canadian dollars, by the way. Canadian dollars.
I was thinking it was gonna be like that was $100. I was like, yeah, no.
No, that's the SH Monster Art stuff.
yeah. Oh, okay. It's very creaky.
He's old.
By the way, I will have, just in case anyone is writing in the comments, these toys suck. They are toys. They're for kids. They're not SH Monster Arts quality. There's a reason why these are pretty affordable. So, shut your mouth. So, out of 10, what do you give Godzilla?
6.
6?
I agree.
The one thing I didn't like about these giant figures is the screw holes. Very evident on Godzilla.
Well, less evident. I guess we'll do this one next, but less evident on Mechagodzilla.
Great transition, Brandon. What do you think of Mechagodzilla? I will say right now, this is my favorite figure that they've put out.
Are you
That
trying
Playmates
to
has put out.
make me biased?
No,
Trying to influence my answer?
no. No bias here. All right, what do you think, Brandon?
His tail can do also a 360. Looks like he has more joints. Never mind, they're all fake. Yeah, you can't move the leg, so you can only move the leg like this. But this looks like it has a joint, but doesn't. The legs can move side to side. The arms can actually grab stuff. It's kind of cool.
I wish there was more paint on the figure to make it look more premium, but it's
I mean, isn't his color scheme red and gunmetal gray?
yeah, but I don't know, like battle damage or something.
It's out of their budget.
Yeah.
Again, this was $40.
Also, the screws kind of feel like, you could think of it as like actual screws on him because he's a machine. So it's actually
You can
kinda
get away
fits.
with, in Mechagodzilla's case, you can get away with it.
It doesn't look amazing. You can still notice it, but you can like your head can. You can think of it as part of actually Mechagodzilla.
There you go. Also, I remember this clearly when the director of the movie posted a selfie on Instagram of him holding that figure. He's like, let's take a look at Mechagodzilla. Yeah, but yeah,
Anyways, I give it a 7 out of 10.
6.5.
6.5. Why? What's the 0.5 difference?
You want it to be different.
I don't know why this looks more cheap than that. The Godzilla one.
I guess.
It kind of does. It just feels. Yeah, I know.
Well, let's wrap up the giant figures. Monkey.
Here we have Monkey. That's his name.
Before he dislocated his shoulder.
Again, you can see screw holes on him, but it's all at the back, so it's not as bad.
He's been screwed 6 times in the back.
He did acupuncture.
All right.
Hold on, what'd you just say?
What? I didn't
Anyways.
say anything. The editor's gonna.
What did
watch
you
this
say?
through and think, what? His arms can move, but they're a little stiff. I think they can move 360. Yes. Santos is trying to rip his head off.
I mean, he did rip off Mechagodzilla's head.
His head doesn't really move, but it wobbles a little, so it's not like one piece.
So do you think you've seen the new ones from GxK, Godzilla and Kong. Do you think that it's been an improvement from these guys? These are the older ones.
Yes. No, wait. Yeah, those ones are an improvement from this one. This one looks kind of creepy. Like, if you look at his face, it looks a little bit... I don't know. What do you think of this?
I do think price-wise, from the three of them, Kong is the least value, like $40 for that. Santos, being the Transformers expert that he is, this is the perfect time for you to review these. These are transforming figures. All right. First one is Rodan.
Okay, Santos.
Let's see if you can figure out the transforming feature. I had to look through the instruction manual. So, also, the wing is a little broken, so be careful. I didn't take a look when I bought this figure. That was my mistake.
It was broken on when you bought it.
When you transform it, one of the screws is loose.
Can you not screw it back?
I can, but I don't know how.
Did you just take a screwdriver?
Okay, while you're figuring out Rodan, Brandon, you pick another one. Godzilla or Kong?
All right, let's take. Are these all transforming?
All three of these guys are transforming.
Okay, let's do Godzilla then. I was like, what the heck is on his back? But then, yeah, it is transforming figure, so it's probably for that. Do you want me to review them, or do you want me to?
Well, Santos was figuring out Rodan. You do Godzilla. Oh, I would like to let everyone know that these figures aren't canon to the lore. Just so you know.
What do you mean Godzilla can't transform?
These are not canon. These are just toys. These are just cool looking toys.
Okay, we just, that's his ribcage. Godzilla's ribcage. It's blue.
While you're working on that, let me tell the audience a story on how this figure was actually a leak. Many moons ago, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. That looks so bad. Jeez, that looks so cursed. That's so cursed. This figure was actually leaked when the Godzilla vs. Kong toys were leaked at a toy fair. At that toy fair, you could see Godzilla, Kong, and dun dun dun, Mechagodzilla. And that is how Mechagodzilla was actually first leaked. It was not thanks to Funko. One of the other leaked figures was this Godzilla, but the armor he has was red. So people assume they created this theory that Monarch was going to give Godzilla an Iron Man suit power-up to go against Mechagodzilla. Thankfully, that didn't happen. I feel like that would have been a very weird plot thing if they actually did that. But I guess Playmates didn't want to waste the design of that figure and made this instead. So, didn't go to waste.
There.
There you go. What do you think?
It just added like machinery to the monster. It's still the same mode.
Well, Santos is quick, so your reward for transforming Rodan is you gotta transform Kong now.
Your reward for doing more work, for doing work faster, is doing more work.
Yes.
Very accurate representation of work life.
So, Brandon, what do you think of the Rodan now that Santos is done transforming it?
He looks like he's from a mecha anime.
Alright. G-Man.
He is more blue. He has rockets. He looks like he's about to like send rockets off his legs.
I don't really know why they made armor for his dorsal plates.
It's armor. More protection is good, right?
I guess.
Anyways, his back is more protected.
Oh, you are missing one thing. There you go.
Ah, I see. Now he's more blue. So he changed from light blue to dark blue.
So, these figures are $40, same price as the giant ones. Pretend you're a parent, and you're trying to find a cool Godzilla toy for your kid. Would this be a good one for them?
I think kids like transforming things. It's kind of fun for them. The only thing I'm concerned about is it breaking because the parts feel kind of cheap and clunky. So overall, I think it's not bad compared to the big ones. Because it's not that much smaller. It's smaller, but not too much.
The giant ones, I feel, lack playability compared to these ones.
Yeah, that's true. You can play with these more as a kid, but I'm just worried about the quality of the moving parts. That's all. So I'd give it a 6.
Do you think the transforming feature is too complicated, or it's just right? A kid will understand it.
Need instruction books.
They do have instructions for it.
Okay, then having instruction books, it's fine.
Just shades.
There you go.
What? What is?
Kong is now Swag Kong, Gangster Kong. Gangster Monkey.
He looks like someone from Deus Ex Machina. Which is
What do you think of his sunglasses, of his shades?
It looks funny, but it's out of place.
Obviously, this is not canon to the lore. Let me make that clear again.
Can we have in the next movie make Kong wear some shades?
I feel that was something Trapper would do.
Do it. Next movie.
Come here, big guy, and gives him like a glasses or something.
You should do that, and then he'll wear that for the rest of the movie. And then the villain comes in, knocks it off him. That's why he's mad. Give this one a 7.
Did you rate the Rodan?
No. 7, 6.5, 6.5.
6.5. All right.
The figure down there, but they just added more blue plastic.
let me relay that question I asked Brandon. Pretend you're a dad and you're trying to find a cool Godzilla toy for your son or your daughter. I don't know, just for your kids. Do you think these are good, viable choices?
No. Probably they would get bored of after they read the instructions, they would get bored of the transformation.
So you think the playability is too much for them?
Playability is too
Too
much.
little.
I think I wouldn't buy any of these for 40, but overall I think if you're a parent buying for a kid, it's all right. Maybe they should be like 30. Maybe that's more accurate.
I feel that'll make more sense. These are bigger than these figures. These are bigger a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not a horrible deal. It's not like you're getting scammed. If your kids like Transformers and they also like Godzilla.
As a Transformers expert, Santos, what would you review these transforming features on these guys? Do you think Playmates did a good job of engineering the transforming concept?
I wouldn't call it transforming. It's just adding more armor to them. Okay, maybe this is 6.5, 6, 5.5.
So, from the three of them, who has the best transforming feature?
Kong.
Because he has shades.
He's got shades. That was all you needed for it to sell. Also, I would like to mention his axe looks like something out of Lego Chima.
It is.
If you're that ancient, if you remember Chima, yeah, that long forgotten Lego theme. Okay, so that is the Transformers. I mean the Titan Tech monster figures. Next up, we have these two figures who I have great respects for. Why? Because without them, I would not have my channel's highest viewed video. Sitting at almost 500k views on my channel right now is the review of these two figures. Mega Godzilla, Mega Kong. And they're actually going to release two new ones for GxK in the fall. This size. And the Godzilla is going to take a page out of the big one I got and shoot some smoke out of the mouth. So my next incoming viral video, potentially, maybe another video that will pop off. But for now, I have these two to bow down to because these guys gave me the views. Okay, hold on. Oh, yo. So these are 13 inches, if I remember correctly. These are the biggest of the bunch, obviously.
What are you doing? Oh, his eyes, yeah. So there's a button on the back. If you press it, his eyes turn red. If you twist him, I guess that's what Santos was doing, but he was abusing it. So yeah, it's very flexible.
I believe these guys are $60, which makes sense considering they're the biggest figures and they have electronic components.
It's pretty good. There's a lot of flexibility.
Toys R Us doesn't sell them anymore. I remember these were really easy to get at Toys R Us back then when they were out.
Because people didn't really either. Monsterverse was not as popular, or these just weren't that. The toys.
All the other
themselves were
figures
not
sold. These two didn't really sell.
I guess it's because there's the most expensive ones.
Potentially, but ironically, my review on these two was the highest viewed video. So I don't know.
So people saw your video and decided not to buy it.
Potentially. I'm just saying I got more views on my review than the official commercial Playmates put out for these toys. So just saying, casual flex.
Did it get more views than other reviews?
I think if you search up the reviews for these two figures, my video comes out first.
Impressive.
Yeah. And then other channels review it. But other channels have of course reviewed it. Big shout out to them, especially. I remember I watched Steven's Toys reviews. He did a video on this. I reviewed these figures. So if you're watching Steven,
The axe looks like melted plastic.
It does kind of look like that.
so what do you think? Big monkey.
He's very big. He's a bit heavy too. Probably because all the stuff is inside him.
So
Yeah.
$60. What do you think of the price point?
Compared to the other two, I think it makes sense.
I really wish it did one on Mecha Godzilla. It would have been epic.
Yeah, I wanted one. Yeah, they could like. What does Mechagodzilla do in the movie? Shoots beam.
He has a big proton beam. He shoots missiles. He has a couple roars, not just one, so it can be engineered.
If only.
Oh, and he has electric punches. And when he punches, he charges it with electricity.
Okay. If only the figures could do that.
What? When you swing lightning, like the battery just shoots out electricity?
They create like a little taser on it, and then when it swings, it.
I think. Remember, kids play with these figures. So you're creating a hazard there.
Make an adult version.
That's called SH Monster Arts. Those are the higher end stuff.
Actually, I don't think you can put a taser in a toy, anyways. That's
No, I think that's illegal.
probably.
Okay, Santos, what about you on Big Monkey here? Apart from the axe, what else do you think of the figure?
His face looks kind of it's like he dislocated his jaw or something.
What's with Kong on dislocating stuff?
But yeah, you can move his mouth as
Oh,
well.
okay.
You can't.
He has broken teeth.
Oh, what? You didn't know that?
I don't think I mentioned it in my review. Damn, 500 million people. Not 500 million. 500,000 people.
All right, everyone that watched that video, come watch this one. There we go. We figured out the mouth.
We figured it out.
Also, his teeth are really crooked. Like, he has really bad dental hygiene.
Yeah. I feel like this should have been the review to get 500K, because I was wearing my PJs in that video. I just thought of that now. 500,000 people saw me in my pajamas. Oh my god. All right. Out of 10, Big Monkey. What do you rate it?
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
7.
7 out of 10. All right. Godzilla.
His tail's on a ball joint.
He has one of the stubbier tails. This Godzilla's his tail is way shorter compared to the other figures.
And then he makes this sound. And it lights up. Cool.
Oh, also, I don't have it on me, but there's little projectile missiles you can put inside his mouth. When you click the button, it'll shoot the projectiles out.
Very interesting. The head button? Nope.
No, here.
Nope. There. Oh. So that would shoot it?
Yeah, that would shoot the projectile, yeah.
7 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 out of 10. A little bit less. I don't know if I like the wobble. The wobble's interesting though. No other figure like.
Oh, like waist articulation.
Yeah. He has it. It's very like loose, if that makes sense. So that's actually kind of interesting. But it makes the figure. It's kind of unique because no other figure so far has it. At least the ones we've reviewed.
I hope the GxK ones will be something like this, but better.
I think it's all right. Not it's decent price compared to the other two. Yeah, because if we're using that as a reference point, the $40 one, then I think this one is worth $60. What do you think, Santos?
I agree.
So, again, back to the buying it for your kid thing. Will you get this for your child?
Potentially.
It's a pretty big toy, so like, you know.
I think I would, just because it does have sound effects. The kids would probably find this fun. Like pressing the button, they would like do this a lot. Especially with the shooting thing, the kids would just have fun with that. So yeah, this seems like very
Choking hazard.
It's a choking hazard. Just make sure your kids don't choke while they play.
On the projectile things he shoots at.
And also make sure they don't stab themselves, because some of these.
Well, the plastic is soft.
Yeah, but some of the figures are like point. Some of these are pointier. Like this one's a little sharper. I don't know. I'm just like, I would be a little bit worried, especially if there's like, maybe not this figure, but other Godzilla figures are sharper.
So these are definitely worth it more than the giant figures.
Yeah, I think so.
Remember, these are the same toys. Well, obviously these toys are not available now anymore. You're gonna have to go on eBay, find some scalpers and buy it off them. But these would be the toys that when you walk down the action figure aisle. You see WWE toys, Transformers toys. These would be in the same aisle as them. So, do you think psychologically, obviously it depends on what the kid's taste is, but anyone walking down that aisle, they see these right next to the other toys. Do you think the chances of them picking up a MonsterVerse toy is more likely? Because I'll tell you, these are, in terms of rarity, these are actually ironically harder to find in some of those toys. Like, there are Transformer toys that, up to this day, they've been out for almost 7 years, and I still see them at like Toys R Us. So it seems like there was a demand for these guys.
I agree.
So yeah, those are the giant figures. Let's downsize a little bit and look at the smaller ones. Let's look at some of these smaller figures here. We got a mix of just general MonsterVerse, and we have some Godzilla versus Kong specifically. Starting off, let's do the Battle Roar figures. So we have 3 here: Godzilla, Kong, Mechagodzilla. Let's look at those first. Nice save. Apart from the giant Shimo, there's also a Battle Roar Shimo coming. I'm very excited for that. Well, but let's go back to this movie. Godzilla, go.
He's looking up.
Looks so wacky. Like, it looks like he's like looking at the sky. He's looking at the Arctic lights. Or something. I don't know. I like the tail though. The tail's like kind of twisty.
Arctic lights.
Yeah, he's
Northern
like,
Lights.
Okay, cut that out. Northern Lights.
Good sound effects.
It looks like he's looking at the Northern Lights or something, you know?
I mean, if you want him to swim, this works.
I guess swimming works, but like normally it's like, what are you looking at? Why are you looking up? Your opponent's right here, not up.
All right, Santos, what do you think of the Battle Roar Godzilla?
Can you oh yeah, you can. Oh, but spring loaded. Wish the mouth was posable and you can like add a blast effect.
So out of 10, what do you give? Jesus Christ! Out of 10, what do you give the Godzilla?
I give it a 7 out of 10.
5.
5. If you thought that was bad, allow me to introduce you Playmate's worst figure yet. This cartoon-looking Kong. Take a look. Also Battle Roar. That received the most hate, that figure, and I can see why. I'm pretty sure you can see why.
Well, he's rubbery.
Yeah, the rubber face. He has holes in his chest. Well, that's for the speaker, but kind of weird.
So the GxK toys, definite improvement. Definite improvement.
Yeah, his mouth can move too, so you could like have a nice snack.
Bro.
3 out of 10.
Yikes. What were you, Brandon?
I give it a 5. I give it 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. Okay. All right. From the worst Battle Roar figure, now let's look at the best Battle Roar figure with the mechanical titan himself, Mechagodzilla.
Wish his hands were posable. Because
Are they?
if you can do it.
Oh,
or his
you can't
fingers.
move them. Yeah, you
Yeah.
you can move. You can't even move the hands. Can you? No, you can only
You
move
can
the
do
arms.
the electric punches, whatever.
But you can't move the arms like the other Mechagodzilla. You could like pinch them together, which is really cool. But this one
Have you
can't.
found the button for his Battle Roar feature? Oh, don't break that now.
What?
Still figuring.
He's still figuring it out.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's on the button's on this side. Clearly, I'm very blind.
What do you think? Those are his roars.
One thing I don't like is that the default for the back is that one is the sticking out because that's the button, and the other is in. So it looks weird on the back if you don't press it down, which I don't really like.
I guess. What about you, Santos?
Yeah, I said like I wish his hands were more posable. His mouth, yeah, moves. which serves to more of a blast effect, so he can put in his mouth. The tail's kind of posable.
It's kind of, but if you twist it, if you bend it too hard, it'll snap probably.
Let's test that.
No.
Give it a 5.
Give it a 6.
It's definitely better than Kong, I hope. Well, speaking of Kong, let's look at this one. This is Kong from Kong Skull Island. So a younger Kong here.
I see. He has his signature. I don't think that's the signature weapon.
No, but he uses it when he fights the big skull crawler, if you remember that scene.
I do not. You only showed me a clip. It's very flimsy. This weapon's very flimsy. But I mean, it fits in his hand just fine. So if you like put it in his hand and if you do that, then it fits in his hand. It's not gonna like go anywhere unless you shake it really hard. That's cool. Articulation is good. It's kind of smooth. Not too bad. It's actually really smooth. You can like everything can like almost go pretty much everything can go 360. Except the legs. Legs are a little bit more rigid. Yeah. I like it. It's decent. It's pretty good.
What about you, Santos?
Why is his toes painted?
He stepped in some bleach.
Or, I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to get striked. So that's younger Kong, from his Skull Island days.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, battle damage.
Blood vessels.
That Kong is smaller than Zuko's size.
Which sounds very crazy.
Yeah.
Think about it. That sounds wrong. It's like it doesn't sound accurate.
It just gives you the idea of like Zuko's actually effing huge.
Just that everyone else is huge because they went through like puberty like 20 times.
Well, Kong Skull Island takes place in the 70s during the Vietnam War. So it makes sense why he's so big and old now in this timeline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the movie made Kong seem very big originally. Yeah. So yeah, I guess it's just
He was a teenager at that point. Now he's a full-grown adult.
seems weird, but I guess sure, we'll go with it.
Yeah,
Just a
there
little.
you go. Skull Island Kong. Now that over there is 2014 Godzilla from the very first Godzilla 2014 movie. So I assume I thought this was burning Godzilla at first, but it's not. This is supposed to reflect the flames from San Francisco when he's fighting the Mutos.
I see. I do like his pose. It looks like he's in the middle of fighting and roaring at someone.
And you can tell his dorsal plates are different. Those are his older design.
Not too much to move, just his head. Head has some movement. Arms have some movement. It's not bad. The legs also have movement. But yeah, I guess this default state is this running. He's like kind of looks like he's running.
I wonder why Playmates never did Muto figures on the Mutos.
Probably because they thought they wouldn't sell.
Yeah, but they went ahead and did Godzilla.
So
Would've been
Godzilla's
nice.
popular, right?
Would have been nice at the set, so you're gonna have this Godzilla fight the two Mutos.
Oh, maybe. Well, maybe one day. Maybe they'll get around to it. They're like Godzilla remake, Godzilla figure remakes or something.
That's true. Alright. Next up.
Last one, we have bleached Kong. He looks lighter than the other Kongs.
That Kong comes from the Hong Kong Battle playset, and this is the Godzilla that goes with it. Now, the Hong Kong Battle playset is supposed to be the Mecha Godzilla fight, but they were missing one very important character in that set, and I wonder who it is.
It's like they were eating Cheetos. That's why it's all orange.
Would Kong eat like Kong-sized Cheetos?
I mean, there was one scene in Godzilla vs. Kong where the humans fed him a ton of fish. So
he likes sashimi.
yeah.
All right. Anyways,
So these two are basically from the same set. So review them both.
Yeah, I don't know why it's orange, but
I hate it. That was my least favorite Kong and Godzilla designs.
Orange doesn't make much sense, but besides that, the quality of the figures is fine. It feels decent. I guess it's supposed to be battle damage, and there's like this part of his chest that's is that a button? I don't think it's a button.
It's not a button, and also it's really hard to put it back on, so don't peel it off.
Okay, so it's a piece that's supposed to come off. It looks like a button, but I guess it's not a button. So, and I guess you can take it off, but we're not going to.
Like, I don't remember them looking like this when they fought Mechagodzilla. They look nothing like this.
Yeah, probably not. I'll give it. I mean, yeah, and Kong is the same issue, right? It's orange. His arms are fine, but they bend kind of weirdly, like inward instead of like, you know, like this. Yeah. What do you think, Santos?
could just be there.
Oh, okay. Guess that works. Yeah, that works. All right, their arms are fine. Never mind that. I'll give them a 6 out of 10 overall between both.
For the set as a whole, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Santos?
6.
All right. So let's continue the topic of Hong Kong and take a look at the Hong Kong figures. Yes, that exists. This? No, not that one. It's these two, actually. These are sold individually, but these are the most colorful figures that they've done. And they're literally labeled Hong Kong Battle, like Godzilla and Kong. So I guess the idea is the neon lighting from the buildings when they're fighting at night is reflecting off them as they're fighting.
Neon lights.
So there's Godzilla, there's Kong. Again, these are sold separately. They're not part of a set. So, take a look.
I like the colors. It's funny because it looks weird because you never actually see them look this colorful in the movie, but it's kind of cool.
Godzilla's too see-through.
I kind of like it though. It makes it look unique, even though it's not lore accurate. It looks cool.
Yeah, maybe the see-through tail's okay, but the stomach.
Yeah, that one I guess see-through stomach, but didn't happen in the movie.
Well, when he shoots his atomic breath, his entire body glows blue.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. All right, there. I guess that's the explanation. Yeah. It's the lore explanation. For Godzilla, for Kong, it looks like they just splashed paint on his arms and called it a day.
I think that's literally what happened.
They got lazy on Kong, but they put some effort into Godzilla. So I would give Kong a 5 out of 10, and this is 6.5.
5 and 6.
There you go. Those are the Hong Kong battle figures. All right, these two are the default Godzilla. So these were like the common ones. We have this color and then this color. I forgot what their official names are called, but there you go. Take a look.
We've got the navy blue. I don't know what type of blue. It looks like it looks like a jean Godzilla. Like he's made of jeans. It's the jeans color of like very light ish blue jeans. Yeah. Does he ever look like this? I feel like he never looks like this.
He's very silver, like his color scheme.
I guess it's the silver one. It looks bluey silver.
I mean, this is the giant figure, but scaled down.
All right. I think it's okay. The color scheme's a little bit strange, but I mean, it's all right. I give this one I'll give it 5.5 out of 10.
What about you, Santos?
4.
No other thoughts on the figures?
No.
No, he doesn't like it? All right. All right, this one. I like this one better. More lore accurate. The color is more, because this one's too blue on the scales, and then it's also blue on the body, and this one at least is more like Godzilla, black and blue.
Yes.
So, and the scales are a little bit see-through as well. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, there's some like glow. It's translucent, basically. So yeah, I would give this one a
6.
I'd give this a 6.5.
Later, Playmates released another Godzilla with that exact color scheme, but in a new pose. This is supercharged Godzilla, as they call it.
I see. He's doing the thing where he's looking at the sky for no reason.
So you can see it's the same color scheme.
I guess he's like kind of running.
Or when he's swimming, that works.
When he's swimming, he's look like he's hunting for fish.
Yeah.
He's going for his sashimi lunch.
We've never really seen Godzilla eat though.
He probably eats in private. He's like,
I think this is the pose.
yeah, probably. Kind of looks like a raptor, like a dinosaur raptor.
I mean, he technically is like a big ass lizard. Like, if you want the 5-year-old textbook definition of Godzilla, is a radioactive lizard. So
6.
I will also give it a 6.
all right, okay. Let's take a break from Godzilla.
No, I like Godzilla.
Let's take a look at his all-time rival, King Ghidorah.
Sorry, you mean Kevin?
This is Kevin. Kevin's right here.
What are the other ones? Do they have names?
They both have some weird Japanese names. I don't remember.
And then the third one was just Kevin.
Yeah.
It was a community name, right? They just
The internet, just like Doug, is like the same origin story as Doug. The internet named him that, and then they actually went with it.
Bit on the glossy side. Well, especially the wings. Can't pose the wings. I don't.
Oh, also all these figures, these sizes, all $17-ish.
okay, not bad. It's actually cheaper than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, you can't really pose this thing without having it fall over like the SH Monster Arts figure. Yeah, I don't know. Less paint than I was expecting, but I'll give this 5.5.
I mean, in terms of scaling, it's definitely not accurate because Ghidorah is the biggest monster ever in the MonsterVerse.
All right, I'll give it a 6.
For a toy quality, you think that's a good figure? Because when I posted my review on that figure, I got a bit of negative comments, but it was not about me. It was about the figure. Be like, bro, this figure is not good or something like that. Doesn't look great and all that.
It's not horrible compared to your big one.
The SH Monster Eyes one.
Yeah. This one's worse, but like on its own, not comparing, it's fine. It's all right. It's not too bad.
One thing I like about MonsterVerse Ghidorah is they actually utilize his wings as arms. Toho Ghidorah doesn't have arms, but this is accurate. But what MonsterVerse did is they used the wings as his arms. Because the Toho Ghidorah he's just a fat dragon with tiny wings at the back. So, yeah. So, that is Ghidorah. Did you rate the Ghidorah? All right. Let's take a look at the Warbat next.
Next we have. You said it first.
I didn't say it was mine.
But you said. How would you know? Anyways, his wings can flap. They can move.
Do you remember when he appeared?
No.
Do you remember, Santos?
No.
When they first went down to Hollow Earth, these guys attacked them. Kong tries to save them.
It looks like this can be detached. Do you want me to try to open it? The wings?
It's a battle damage feature.
Okay. I guess their wings have battle damage features. One of the wings have battle damage features. The tail here can be rotated. Not 100% because there's stuff blocking the way. The wings, the left one can be flapped a lot. The right one's a little bit stuck between these two wings, so it's a little bit stuck. They're also attached via these like connectors. They don't seem very strong. I guess this actually has some range. It was just stuck between them, but you can adjust it up and down a little bit, so it's supposed to flap. So yeah, I like this one overall. A little bit some of the wing connectors seem flimsy to me, like this could easily break if you're playing with it a lot, so yeah, watch out. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10, mostly because of durability concerns.
What about you, Santos?
4.5.
Okay, I can see what I said.
Bit biased there, but
No, because you can't really pose it.
it's a flying snake. That's
Yeah.
what it pretty much is.
What are you gonna do about it?
It's a flying.
Yeah, and it can't stand up very well.
Oh, it has a transparent clear stand to prop it up, but I don't know where it is right now. But it's supposed to have a stand to
Okay,
prop
that
it up.
helps. That helps.
Yeah. These are all the figures we have left. What would you like to look at?
Painted Kong.
All right, so again, this is one playset. This is called the Hollow Earth Battle Set, which is actually still available right now. You can go to Toys R Us and buy it. This is supposed to be Godzilla and Kong fighting in the Hollow Earth, which, of course, never happened. But in an ideal world, that's what the set is about. That's what these two are for.
So it's like a what if scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, the articulation is basically the same as the other figures.
What about you, Brandon? This is more about the painting now. It's not really so much about the figure
It
itself.
looks like he like rolled around in grass and then got, some coloring on him. Some grass on his legs.
And this is when he rolled around in Cheeto dust.
And then he rolled around in Cheeto dust, he rolled it around in some grass.
Well, do you think they're better than the Hong Kong set?
No, I think the Hong Kong one's better.
Really? Okay.
I don't really like this one. The color's weird.
So out of 10,
5 out of 10.
5.
5.
What next? Mechagodzilla. So that's the first Mechagodzilla. That's the default Mechagodzilla.
I see.
The other one here is Battle. I think it's called Battle Mechagodzilla.
Alright, so
Oh yeah. Also, the shoulder piece is a bit loose. It keeps falling off. I think I might need to glue it back together or something.
okay. Well, shoulder piece. One of them's loose. I don't know if the other one can come off. But anyways,
So the very first Mechagodzilla toy is that. Right there.
things I don't like is the hand. It doesn't close. I guess the first one we looked was kind of an exception because the hands could move.
The big one, right? Yeah.
So I want all the hands to move because it feels like it would be pretty fun to, clamp down stuff. And it's not consistent, so you can see one hand has a different pose than the other. So I'd wish either they're the same. I mean, it's kind of cool they're different, but it would be better if you could pose them so you could, do whatever you want.
Or have interchangeable hands.
Yeah, that could work too. The tail does move 360 at one joint. The legs move, the feet move, the knees move as well, which is cool. Not for being the first toy, it's not bad. It's better than some of the Mechagodzilla ones, so it's not too bad.
I do feel it's a little too cheap for the quality. Like, it actually feels cheap, which is not good. You want it to feel affordable, not cheap.
Yeah, it's flexible. Like it's not too. In a way, it's okay because the parts aren't too stiff. Or give it a
5.5.
5.75.
Okay. So, do you want to take a look at the other Mechagodzilla or look at some other ones first?
Let's get the mechs out of the way.
Alright, so that's the black one. Actually, wait, hold on. That's the darker Mechagodzilla called the Battle. They just labeled it as a Battle Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, so you can do the splits.
Let's look at this one. So it's the same mold, but I guess they went with a darker color scheme for this one.
So yeah, same thing. His hands have different poses, but you can't move them. It feels almost identical to the last figure.
Oh, the biggest difference was the default Mechagodzilla did not have the beam. This one did. That's why this one sold more.
Okay, so this one's black and it has a beam. So those are the main differences.
Yeah.
I do think the color scheme looks cooler.
It's not lore accurate, but it does look cool.
Yeah, it looks cooler, and the beam. So were they the same price?
Yeah. These are 15. Let's just say 15 back.
Okay, they're both 15. I would get this over the other one because it has a beam, and it looks darker.
6 out of 10.
Well, that was quick.
I agree.
So 6 out of 10. Well, any comments you have for this dark Mechagodzilla?
Has a good contrast.
All right, we have 3 monkeys and 1 skullcrawler. What would you like to look at?
Skullcrawler.
All right, the big skullcrawler, which at first, when this toy was first revealed, everyone thought, "Oh my God, we're gonna have Godzilla fight a skullcrawler for the first time." Nope, he was just cannon fodder for Mechagodzilla.
His mouth he has like very wide jaw. Look at that. Look at that flexibility in the jaw. He could eat like a lot of.
I mean, skullcrawlers have eaten humans.
very gory. All right, so his hands can move. I don't know how he stands like this. Just gonna like that's a swimming position, I guess. The arms have decent flexibility. I like that. They're fodder. They're only relevant in Skull Island, right?
Yeah. The main villain of Skull Island was a big skull crawler.
So yeah, Kong leveled up, so now they're weak
Yeah.
relative to him.
I saw the internet debate that Scar King is such a fraud that the big skull crawler Kong fought would beat him.
Damn. So he's only strong because of his people, sort of. His Shimo and his yeah.
Yeah. Also, the big skull crawler Kong fought in Skull Island was the one that killed his parents. So in a way, he was avenging his mom and dad.
This looks like he's scheming.
So what do you think of this skull crawler, the cannon fodder skull crawler?
I think it's not bad. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. 6.25 out of 10.
5.5.
Damn.
Now, all we have left are Kongs. So these two are. This is the default Kong. This is the darker Kong, not to and then this is Kong covered in snow. Arctic Kong. When he was in Antarctica and he's covered in snow.
One thing is his foot is not. He doesn't really get. Does he?
So again, this is all about the color scheme because these are the same figures. The molding is the same. So
Same figure. One is normal. One is darker. One is.
covered in snow.
I mean, I like the default. The default's fine. The joints feel fine. Not too cheap. So yeah, not too bad. So I guess the other ones are like, if you like the color, if you like this look on Kong, then you should go for it.
And then the darker one.
And the darker one, he's angrier. So the difference is, I guess he's angrier because now you can see he's like angry. His mouth is open.
They're all 5.5.
All of them. Not one stood out.
Yeah, I'll just say overall 6 out of 10.
So now that you have gone through the entire arsenal of the GvK toys, was there any figure that stood out to you that, if you were tasked with buying one of these figures from the store, which one would you get?
I get the one of the Godzillas with the
Hong Kong battle ones?
$60 Godzilla.
Oh, the big mega one. The mega one. Okay.
I would go with that.
What will you, Santos?
The waist swiveling Kong.
So you both want to get the mega figures.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Has Playmates capitalized their MonsterVerse license well and make some good quality toys?
Some of them kind of suck, but overall decent. Nothing like amazing based on the price point, but I'd say like on average the good ones are like a 7 out of 10.
And these will appeal to kids.
Yeah, kids would like them.
Like we're the wrong target audience for this kind of market. Obviously for us, like the SH Monster Arts figures will fit like our target audience.
More
better.
for display, right?
Yeah, it's more for display. And I don't think as a adult, as a collector myself, I wouldn't want any children near my SH Monster Art figures, especially knowing how delicate they can be. So this is for them. This is for them. You've seen the GxK toys. Have they been a major improvement? It's like from these toys.
Not major, but an improvement for sure.
I agree.
Okay. So don't worry, it's not over. We still got more GxK toys coming, such as, of course, Giant Shimo. We have 2 more Mega figures coming, Godzilla and Kong. We got Battle Roar Shimo, and who knows what else they'll make. They may make Mothra figure. Mothra figure. They need to make a Mothra figure, as well as what other creature have they not done? Oh, Scylla, the big spider Godzilla fights at the beginning. Tiamat. You know how cool a Tiamat figure would be? It's kind of like it would be like the war bat, pretty much. Hi, welcome to another part. We're adding this clip in, as I always do that now with with episodes. I always insert another scene into the episode because this would be 5 minutes long if we just did this. I got more toys from GxK, not GVK. I know the episode was about GVK's toys, but GxK dropped more. I mean, Playmates is milking as much as they can out of that movie, and so am I. But they have released more toys that came out way quicker than I expected. Also, if you want to see a more integrated, detailed review, you can, of course, check them out on my main channel. I'm hoping to get my next viral video with these two figures because obviously the GVK Mega figures got me my highest viewed video ever. So I'm trying to repeat history with these two figures. And these came out, I think, last week. I got these 2 weeks earlier before retail did it, so take the L. But today, obviously, I've obviously given my reviews on it, but today is mainly about Santos and Brandon's input on these figures. So, first things first, what would you like to review first, actually? Let me ask you. Shimo. Where we're going to look at the giant Shimo. Now, obviously, we looked at the giant Scar King, Kong, and Godzilla in the movie review that we did. So this came out way later. It's not even available in Canada yet. I had to go on a very ambitious journey to get this. I started looking for this after I got off the cruise in Seattle, and none of the stores had it. So eventually I gave up searching in store because I wasn't going to pay an eBay scalper $100+ for this figure. And eventually it turns out Amazon.com had it. That's all I had to order it from for a simple 25 USD. So, you know, that's a lesson for everyone watching this video. If you really want something, don't go to scalpers. Just be patient, do your research, and you can save a shit ton of money. So, first things first, we are looking at the giant Shimo. Go for it, Brandon.
It's very nice, but there are a lot of screws. If you look on her left side, you can see the screws. I guess they kind of have to, but it looks ugly.
That is a major issue of her, yeah.
Yeah, so the screws are too obvious. The tail, the top is slightly translucent. You can see her scales up here. The tail's not. The tail's kind of like painted on, so yeah, the tail looks like very different from her scales on her back, which kind of feel off too. Overall, not too bad.
I mean, articulation-wise, yeah, there you go.
Her arms
Just
out,
that.
she can move it arm forward. Her back, it only moves front and forward. Only two directions. The front you can do like more stuff, so you can kind of like do the splits with their hands. Yeah.
So there's good playability. So out of 10, what would you give her?
Give her 7 out of 10. Oh, also you can move her paws like this, a little bit.
The face is a bit on the yellow side. It's like a different color than the body. Like slightly.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if yellow is the right word, but it is slightly different. It's different hue. I don't know if it's like yellow. I think it's a yellow. It looks yellow maybe because of the teeth.
Maybe this figure's been out in the sunlight too much.
I mean, I did get this from an Amazon warehouse in the States, so could be. Pricing. Retail price. It was 25 US, so approximately 30-ish Canadian. And that is if you don't pay a stupid scalper.
A bit expensive. 6.5.
6.5. But do you think big equals more fun? Because obviously you've taken a look at the smaller figures for her.
Yes, to an extent. If it's like human-sized, I don't think you would want that.
Because this is technically, I don't know if it's accurate, but she is in the same class as Playmates likes to call them, the 11-inch figures, but I don't think she is 11 inches tall. Probably length, just because of her build. I mean, she's a 4-legged creature. Everyone else is 2-legged, so maybe she stands up like that, yeah.
Well, she doesn't really stand up that well
She never stood up in the movie. She definitely never did that in the movie.
Yeah, so this way she might be 12 foot, 12 inches tall.
Yeah.
11 inches? 11 inches tall.
Yeah.
If you put it her in a handstand form, then yes.
Yeah, well, that is Shimo. If you want my input on it, of course, check out my review on the main channel.
Oh, the advertising.
Of course, of course. So that is the giant Shimo. Next up, these are the mega figures. These ones are out in Toys R Us right now if you want to buy it. Obviously, my review's already out already. If you want to help me make these my next viral videos, please do so by clicking the link in the description or in the pinned comment. Before we show his play feature, his main play feature, just look at the figure itself. What do you think? And both of these are retail priced at 60 Canadian dollars.
So one thing is the screws are less obvious because I can't really see them. Actually, you can see them in the front, but they're less obvious than Shimo, which is literally just plastered right there on the side. So less obvious screws is a plus. Another thing I don't like is you can just look at the back. His bottom tail doesn't match with his top one. Top one's translucent, which I like more. So
And his back.
his fins.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dorsal plates.
Dorsal plates.
That's what they're called.
Okay, his things on his arms, dorsal plates, are also not 100%. So I wish they kept that with everything.
I was very vocal about the colors for just evolved Godzilla as a whole. That they're not consistent. It just awkwardly cuts off and changes.
Oh
every
yeah,
color.
and look.
I mean, his dorsal plates light up
Yeah.
for this one.
But the top.
Oh, that's because it's removable, so you can put the water in for it.
I feel you can still make that translucent though if you wanted. You can make. I'm pretty sure you can. So they're just lazy. I'm assuming just cutting costs.
Less durable, probably.
The translucent or the.
Yeah. If you make the fins on the top.
Maybe.
But you need that so you can put water in to refill his shooting feature, which we'll show you in a second. How about articulation? It's very minimal, but compared to Kong, but
Not as much. You can move the tail a little. You can move the legs. I think it's pretty standard.
I do appreciate that they actually fixed the tail, because I don't know if you remember the GvK Mega Godzilla. The tail was super short. It was like stubby. It was like a carrot.
He's an amputee.
Exactly, and it looks like he grew it back out. So what about you, Santos? What do you think of Gojira?
Exactly what Brandon says.
He agrees.
So he agrees. So, obviously, he has a major upgrade that the previous Mega Godzilla didn't have. I guess they ripped off the idea from the RC Godzilla, but that's from a different toy company. This is Playmates. The RC one is Jada Toys. It's the same concept, but my question is now, who did it better? So, it also shoots miss. I don't know how well the cameras picked it up though.
It shoots mist.
But mist came out of his mouth. Let me angle it so you can actually see the dorsal plates light up. Brandon, your turn. Too light. I'm about to get sprayed here.
Is it out?
I think we're out already. Pause, let me refill.
Put Prime in there.
When he comes back tomorrow, he's like, why is there ants here? Why is everything sticky?
The test tube for this, or squeezer for this figure, I already put it away. So I'm going to use the squeezer, which is for the RC one. So this is not included. This is for the RC Godzilla. But Brandon, if you could remove the lid.
Yeah, surgery time.
Okay, just flung it right off. All right, let's give him his vaccine.
Why are we administering it to his brain? Behold, Master Surgeon Mark45 at work.
There you go. It's full.
Wait, want to drink Godzilla?
Wait. Big pause. I guess that's one disadvantage. The water runs out on this one way faster than the RC one.
Because this one's more thirsty. Needs more
Yeah.
water.
All right. There we go. Back in business. I can feel the miss.
Worst case, if it doesn't show, then you can just film it later.
Yeah. Also, pro tip, your AC's broken, it's a hot day out, no problem. Use Godzilla as your refreshener. It works.
Okay, but most I want to put Prime in there.
No. No. He's going to smell.
You'll smell good.
Okay. Before you two give your thoughts on the miss, obviously I brought up the RC one to compare it with. Obviously, you've taken a look at this one already. Well, this one is like $100+ This one is $60. He's about to. Okay.
It's Godzilla attacking himself.
So clearly they copied each other for this play feature.
But one is better than the other.
That's why we brought them out, to compare. So, between the two, who did it better? I guess, Santos, you go first.
The older one.
So the RC one, why is that?
It's cooler, has a remote control, you can move it. The roar is cooler too, it's louder.
Let's see. Oh. Wrong button.
Yeah, like if you listen to that versus this. There's no movement, it's quieter, and he's like,
But it's also 2-in-1. The roar and the shooting is together, while this one...
There's more features. In
Yeah.
This one.
It's two separate buttons you gotta hit for...
and you can
feature.
move it, which is very cool.
Well, obviously, price is a big difference. So, yeah. What about you, Brandon? Jada's or Playmates?
I take Jada's.
Even though it's more pricey. But I guess if you're a parent, you're trying to buy one of these two for your kids, I think, obviously, Playmates is the more affordable option. But if you really love your child and you want to give them a great Christmas gift... This is probably the one to do.
Are you telling the kids that if your parents don't get you that, they don't love you?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. So, now, you can give this 1 out of 10.
I give it a 6 out of 10.
I agree.
For $60, good price. Remember, this one is like $120.
Yeah, bit pricey.
It's for this
60, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one is still pricey, but I'd say more value just because long term, it's more fun.
one. Yeah, that's fair.
You'll get more value out of it over time.
So, there you go. I hope they carry this concept forward with future Godzilla toys where he shoots miss. It's very clean, too. All you gotta do is put water in. That's it. It's nice and simple.
You could also put Prime in.
Someone else on the internet do that, not me. Can my Godzilla shoot Prime?
Can I drink Prime from my Godzilla? Does that sound weird?
Big pause.
Mouth to mouth.
Last one, big monkey here. Harambe's long lost cousin, Kong. This is the mega punching Kong. Obviously, the GvK one he was brown. He came with the axe. But this one, completely new mold. Obviously with the beast glove, but similar play feature, which is... I mean, it's called Mega Punching Kong. Punching is in the name, so of course they had to deliver. But my opinions are reserved for my review, which you can check out on the main channel. What do you think, Santos? Actually, I guess Brandon goes first.
So he only turns one way. That's because that's his punch.
If you just want him to roar, there's also the button at the back. His eyes light up red, even though that's not lore accurate.
You can move his left arm a lot. His right arm's a little bit less. You can move it, but it like bounces back.
I think that's just because of the punching feature.
But his left arm, you can kind of like, adjust it like this. Oh, and a lot of movement there. His back is full of bullet holes. Yeah, screw holes. Those are, I don't really like that. It's too obvious, in my opinion. Yeah.
I don't know why that leg is stiff as a fly, so don't you might snap it.
It looks good as long as you don't look at the back.
Also, I'd like to mention the fist of the glove is soft rubber, so it's safe if you actually try to punch someone with it.
Yeah. Frankie, move closer.
Hit me with it. Yeah, there you go. So what about you, Santos? What do you think of this? Whoa. What do you think of this big monkey?
I have an idea.
Oh no. What do you want to do? Oh no, I'm gonna get cancelled. No.
He can't dab.
Oh, I thought, okay. I thought you were gonna make him do a.
Can we though?
No. Not the most stablest figure, as you can see. Maybe that's due to the stiff leg he has. So, I guess Shimo gave him frostbite here. It's numb. Anyways, out of 10, what do you give Big Mega Kong here?
6.5 out of 10.
6.
Both Godzilla and Kong were $60. Which is worth more in your opinion?
Godzilla. I don't know. There's like translucent plastic, which probably is more expensive, and he has like a. Probably the mist thing is more expensive. Actually, no. I think it's cheaper. This has more electronics, I think.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I guess it's pretty well balanced then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Those are the brand new GxK toys that Playmates has put out. Of course, you can help me contribute to my next viral video by watching my full reviews for both of these figures, as well as the Jada Toys one and the Giant Shimo. But apart from that, I think we can return back to the main program.
What they haven't done is, I guess, human figures.
No one cares about the humans.
I mean, they could do it. And no one's ever done it. Who knows? But probably not. People probably do.
They should do one
monster figures.
Yeah, I think Tiamat will look really cool for like color being like the dark magenta. All right, well, GxK3 is confirmed. We talked about this in our mukbang.
Check that out if you haven't seen it.
Exactly. So something tells me I will be buying more MonsterVerse toys in the future.
Yeah, no surprise. No surprise here.
They get views. So obviously we still have the Stuffies. I have not reviewed those yet, but there's your sneak peek. I'll review coming soon on these Stuffies. I haven't done the video yet for these guys, so.
All right, sneak peeks exclusive.
There you go. Is there any from the four of them? Which one stands out to you? Shimo.
Smug Shimo.
Smug Shimo.
Godzilla.
You like Godzilla?
He's too chubby.
Damn, what's wrong with the monkeys?
Dislocated shoulder. He looks like a bully. There's your reasons.
Fair enough. But those reviews will be coming soon. So for now, we're going to wrap up the episode here. That's a good. I hope that satisfies all the people who were asking me, you should do toy reviews on the Godzilla vs. Kong toys, even though you already did full-on videos of it. It's like, okay, sure. Now you have Brandon and Santos' opinion of it.
They wanted it all in one video.
I guess that's, yeah. Again, check out my channel for the detailed reviews of the figures, especially the Mega figures being my highest viewed video ever. So,
definitely not promotion.
I will keep flexing that video.
All right.
For now, it is almost 7 o'clock. We should probably go get some dinner, so we're going to end it here. Thank you so much for listening and subscribing. If you enjoyed, make sure to listen and subscribe again, and we will see you in the next episode. Peace!